is the 7th of June, gloriously sunny day, and on that note I want to make a very strange apology, and that's for my face. I have apologised for my face before, but that's usually to my husband. But I've been, bit of background, I've been on a homemade raft this morning with a few other ladies and in a charity raft race, and we don't realise the sun's coming up off the water, so actually I don't know if it's showing in this light, but I look like a bit of a beetroot, so bear with me. We haven't had a glorious Indian summer, but we've just had a bit of a daft muck about on the river. Hopefully I'll get this video done before the Viles disease sets in. Anyway, that said, welcome to my allotment. As I say, it's 7th of June, gloriously sunny. Haven't got any particular projects on the go today, but I've got quite a few questions, I've got a few problems, a few pests, a few diseases. The plants themselves are coming on beautifully, but so are all the problems that are associated with it. I have had a few comments on the last few videos about my mic. Well, I've bought a new one. It's this one. It's a Rode. I don't know if it's good or not, but I'm going to be trying that. This is just the camera mic at the minute, but I'm going to be trying that today, and hopefully that's going to give a better sound quality than the other one. It's got a shock absorber, the Viles disease. It's got a shock absorber thing built in. I don't know if that'll make any difference at all, but yeah, we're going to give that a go. So we'll start looking round, and I'll show you what some of the problems are. I've got a problem with my onions. If you have a look at these here, these went in as sets and they were overwintered, and they were Japanese onions, and you can see, ignore the weeds, they've been coming up. You can see that they are bulking up okay. I mean, I would hope for them to be bulking up a bit more by now, but those and the garlic, they're fine. And then though, we've got, I don't know how that elephant garlic got there, but it's there, looks good. Had to break the flower head off the top, mind you. But then these onions here, let's have a look. They are just completely, the leaves are dying back. I mean, they look rotted, they don't smell too good. Should I pull this one up? I'm just gonna, look, that's just, look at that. That's just disintegrating. That is completely twisted. Yeah. There's no bulk there at all. That's about the same size it was when we put it in. So, oh, little worm, cover yourself up, there's a robin. I don't quite know why. They were all doing very well. We thought we'd have a good little thing of onions. Those on this side aren't doing too great. They're not really bulking up. But again, if I reach over, the red ones over there, you can see the leaves aren't doing great. I know the leaves die down when they're ready to come up, but surely not this soon. These ones again. And actually, you know, look at this one here. I don't know if you can see this one. Have a look at the leaves on that. I mean, that's not like someone's got it from above. That is from below. That's not a happy onion. And if not a happy onion, I'm not a happy lady. Look. So anyway, what is it? It's obviously some sort of rot. I'm not going to be making my onion soup anytime soon. So yeah, any answers? What we can do? Do we take them all up? Is there something in the soil? It's probably something really straightforward, but I haven't grown onions from sets before, and so I'd just like to know what we're supposed to do. Is there a cure? Maybe we can cure it. Okay, but yeah, answers in the comments below, please. Have you ever heard of that game, Fortunately, Unfortunately, Fortunately, Unfortunately, where a person follows a sentence on with a contrasting theme? Unfortunately, my onions died. Fortunately, the broad beans are doing really well. These broad beans, we more or less gave up on them about a month ago because they were looking really straggly. But we did water them with a hose the other day and got a bit worried because they started to lean this way. But come and have a look. There's actually quite a lot of actual, look at that! That's not even the tallest plant, look. That's a little stocky little fella that we would have given up on. Look at all those beans. Whoa, that one's nearly ready. Hey, not long, that's just one little cluster of beans there. And then, strangely, the tall ones, the beans are only teeny tiny, but they're coming. And again, it's just one of those things you think, good grief, we planted something and it's grown. Okay, another question. These peas look like they're doing fabulously well, really strong. I don't know if you remember, we were actually told by a veteran gardener the best thing to do with peas is just buy something like this from your local supermarket. I don't know what a marrowfat pea is, what does that mean? Anyway, he said put them in and just leave them. Don't thin them, just leave them. That's what we did, and we've got this bumper crop of peas. However, none of them have flowered. Now, as plants, they are going to have to flower at some point, otherwise there would be no point to them living. I'm trying to sound a bit like David Attenborough there. I know it's not as clear cut as that, but it's a little bit worrying when you consider their size and you have a look at these sort of comparatively weeny ones over here that we actually did get from the garden centre. They're covered in flowers. You can believe that they're going to give peas. Okay, I mean, we've been actually nipping out the shoots of all of them, nipping out the shoots of these and eating them, just sure. But why is that? Is it just that they're a later pea? Is the marrowfat a proper pea? We don't know. Why aren't my peas flowering? Another problem. Answer in the comments below, please. Okay, the shed's taken on a different colour because it's been so hot. Mike's put the whitewash on today. Let's have a... It's not a shed. I told you it's Vile's disease. My greenhouse. My greenhouse is now the White House. Let's have a little look inside. Okay. Ooh. Oh, it's been warm in here today. Didn't come down last night. Should have come down last night. And what happens in a greenhouse when you don't come and water and it's been warm? These have all picked up at the moment. But if I show you around this side, oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, I don't need an answer to this problem. That is just pure stressed out plants because they're not watered enough. Okay, but the other problem we did have last week are the cucumbers. They're doing fantastically, aren't they? My burpy tasty green. My big, what is it? What is it again? Let's have a look. Oh, it's no, Big Tom, big boy. It's just look, big boy tomato. That's putting on quite a few flowers now. Doing really well. Look at that. But these poor tomatoes, not so much these ones, but these that were in this corner, it's obviously they catch the sun that much more. And the poor leaves here have really started to roll up. Again, they've got stressed and they've got a little bit scorched. Look at them. So hopefully now they've all been whitewashed in, they should survive a bit better. The other thing I've done is pull them away from the window a bit. So I've pulled this bit forward here, that's moved about 6 inches. And when I did do it, I had to move some pots from here. And this lovely little crack between the slabs here was teeming with ants. Not just ants, but ants and ants' eggs. And I've got to say, it was fascinating watching the ants come and rescue their eggs. Absolutely fascinating. They all moved. And to be honest, we didn't do anything about it other than just let them get on with it. But what would you do? I know Sean of the Hort channel, Sean, I always get this wrong, the Hort channel, the horticultural channel, has recommended a mixture of vinegar and soap to spray on areas such as that. But it looks like they might have just gone, or rather they're hiding somewhere else. Do we need to get rid of ants? Is ants a thing that we can live alongside without any problems? Some of them are red ants. Mike got bitten the other day with the formic acid, is it? Quite a nasty sting. So, yeah, again, what do you do about your ants? Write a comment below. Okay. Okay, just a quick update on how the supermarket lettuce are doing. They're doing absolutely fab. But and you can see the sweet peas are just taking now and starting to go up the little sweet pea structure. We've got a few flowers on there. But we keep encouraging, or rather I keep encouraging people to take a lettuce when they pass by, because this is my flower patch. So Mike doesn't know that little lettuce got taken. It's become a sea thistle. That lettuce got taken. A patch of cosmos. And here at the front, lovely lettuce it was. It's turned into some geum. I've even interplanted, there's a posh word, interplanted some of the lettuce with some foxgloves. Just hope Mike doesn't come along and say, oh, what are these big weeds, and pull them out. But they've got to go in. They're desperate to go in. On a similar note, I've planted the, I'm hopping round the bergamot, hopping round the rhubarb. These poor little cornflower, they are a chocolate coloured cornflower, can't think of the name so far, but they were actually knitted to the pots, the roots were that dry, and they've shot up. So I felt so sorry for them. I've just bunged them in without any rhyme or reason where they should be. I've put them there, and hopefully they're spreading out now and going, kindness to flowers before I chop their heads off. Sun's gone in, so I've got my big coat on now. Feels a bit wrong. I'm wrapped up in winter woolies and my face, again, is very sunburned. Problem with my courgettes and my mini pumpkins. You may remember a few weeks ago I put them in this soil which was delightfully full of manure, and I've had to remove quite a few of the bottom leaves on both the courgettes and the pumpkin. I don't know if you can see there, that's where I've taken a leaf off, and round here. They seem to be flowering beautifully, lots of flowers on there, but if you look at the leaves, I'm not happy with that. What's that? Why are they starting to crisp around the outside? They're yellowy. It would say to me they've actually got some like white dots on this one here. I don't know if you can see that one. That says to me there's something wrong with the soil. I would have hoped that it might have just been the first few leaves, and it might be that they're going to pick up. I mean, they are still producing leaves and they are producing flowers, but I've got another courgette behind over there, hasn't got this problem. So the only thing I can think of is it's something to do with the soil. What do? Do I add something to the soil? Do I just water and hope it's okay? I don't want to water too much in case it rots. It is a nice moisture retaining bed, this one. But yeah, it's another question that I don't know the answer to, and I would very much appreciate if you could tell me what to do. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so here I am sitting in front of the White House. I haven't looked at any of this yet, so I don't know if this microphone's worked any better or not. I'd like to introduce you to my lesser spotted dahlia. I think I know what the issue was here. I think it was a little bit too close to the paint. But look at that flower. How beautiful is that? I haven't grown dahlias before, and that to me is just, that's the sort of flower I would have drawn at school and coloured in felt pen. Okay, aren't they beautiful? And I think that's what, I think I'm going to become quite hooked with dahlias. Anyway, cheers me up that one. I'll leave that there. I'm going to take these, I feel awful about this. I'm going to take these forget-me-nots out that have been gorgeous along here, but underneath this I've got my sage plant, and to be honest now it's starting to put a spurt on, so it needs to get some air to the roots. The forget-me-nots have done a great job. They will come again, I am sure. They spread like wildflower. Wildflower! They spread vials. It's vials. Okay, let's see how the sage is doing underneath. Looking pretty good actually, considering maybe that was a bit of fortuitous, accidental companion planting. They've protected the sage through the rougher weather, and now, just to thank them, I'm going to pull them all up. Let's have a look. It'd be quite nice to see what's underneath. Oh, look at this, it's done really well. Give them a bit of a hoist. And one victim of over-enthusiastic hoisting. I'll stick that in some water, see what happens. And yeah, that's quite nice, isn't it? Try not to do any more overactive hoisting. There we go. Oh, one more. Crikey, these, I'll probably end up, I can imagine if I am still doing this allotment video in a few years' time, I'll be cursing these forget-me-nots, they'll be everywhere. But they are pretty, aren't they? Anyway, it's been an odd one this week. I know I did a few clips a couple of nights ago. I was planting some leeks, which I'll probably put in. The main thrust, oh look at that, sorry, I'm just quite pleased with that. Because actually it was looking a bit weedy when it went in, so it's done well. Well done, Sage. Yeah, lots of little problems. Lots of little problems. Sorry, Mike's just pointed over there. Oh, okay. Go on. Okay, I've got to be quiet. Plenty of problems today. Not terrible problems, and in the grand scheme of things, quite nice problems to have. Has my courgettes? Have my courgettes got wilt? Have my onions rotted? They're not really bad, are they, in the scheme of things? But yeah, just some rookie problems really that I could probably go and Google and find out. But I know that with all the wealth of knowledge out there that you've got, there'll be some very simple answers, hopefully, to some quite simple questions. So any help at all would be absolutely fantastic. Thank you to my new subscribers. Really lovely to meet you, and I do go over and take a look at your stuff as well. Don't always comment because I'm not organised. I need to be more organised. But yeah, I'm going to leave you here with a pile of dead forget-me-nots, a broken sage, a paint splattered dahlia, and a glorious, glorious evening in June. Okay? Have a great time wherever you are. Thank you.